Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Today's xCite speaker, we have Craig Harwood from Australian Web Marketing with an xCite on Did You See What They Said About You? Now, Santa Claus, Grinch and mischievous elf, what people are saying about you can damage or skyrocket your business. Reputation can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to a business. So how can we control what people are saying about us online? For those of you who don't know, Craig Harwood is a multi-award-winning business owner and entrepreneur. Having left the safety of corporate as a national sales development manager, Craig set out to have more freedom and adventure. 30 years on, Craig has a wealth of experience. His business awards include Family Business of the Year from Gold Coast, the Gold Award for Quality, Queensland Exporter of the Year, finalist and Australian Exporter of the Year. Craig regularly patrols at Main Beach on the Gold Coast, beautiful beach, with his 19-year-old son, and is currently treasurer of Southport Surf Life-Saving Club in Queensland.
Being Christmas, I thought I'd entitle this Santa, Grinch and the Elf and the importance of online reviews. So, one of the things with Christmas is that we love the presents, we love getting things from people, but we can't control online who's going to give us that present of an online review. It might be Santa Claus giving us something really nice. It might be the Grinch who doesn't matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. And it might be a mischievous little elf, and one thing wrong and they're going to slam you with an online review because, well, they think that's fun. So the question becomes, how do we actually start to control who's giving us what present? After all, you don't want to get that awful aftershave again. So what do we do in the real world? We drop some hints and we actually ask people for what might be a nice present for us. And that's pretty acceptable, isn't it? Some we like to get surprised out of the blue, but a lot of the time it's really good to know that you're going to get something nice. So it's the same online. Reviews online are word of mouth for our business. And for all businesses, word of mouth and recommendation are critical. And of course, we know that at BX because BX is about recommendation and about referring to other people. So online is no different. How do we translate that word of mouth into an online review? And for many businesses, online reviews have a direct and significant impact on customer inquiries as well. For a lot of our customers, it's been really, really significant that we can see a direct result from working on their Google reviews, for instance, to the number of new inquiries they get. And I did some tracking down of data from a recent survey that Bright Local did, and it found that 72% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. And that's personal recommendations from real people. So even though they don't know the person giving an online review, they've got no idea who they are, 72% of people trust that as much as talking over the back fence to their neighbour and getting a recommendation there. 68% of consumers actually go onto social networking sites and read reviews. And that includes Google. So they read Google reviews, reviews on Facebook, and of course, reviews on e-commerce sites and everything else. And a whopping 90% of people said that online reviews have influenced their buying decisions. So that's really critical. And we know even in the medical space, a recent survey I saw said 92% of people said that online reviews influence their choice of practitioner. So that's really critical when someone's new in town looking for a dentist. Where do they go except Google reviews? There's really nowhere else that they can go. So reviews are important, but they're all over the place. We tend to think of Google as the big one, and it is the big one, but there's also Facebook and OpenTable and TripAdvisor and all sorts of other areas as well, and ones that are specific to the different industries that that may be relevant. So some for housing and some for car repairs and everything else. And for those in the HR industry, they'll be familiar with Glassdoor, where you can actually leave a review about your employer and what it's like to work there. Really handy if you want to check out the values of a company and how they actually integrate their values into the experience that their staff have. So that's a really good one as well. Let's talk about Google, because it is the big one. So there's two important things. One's being found and the other's being chosen. So being found is really important. So that's appearing in the Google 3-pack. Now, there's 11 ways to optimize your Google business listing. And it's going to be a little bit hard to go through those in just 10 minutes. But there is really basically things like posts. Google business listing is a social media. So whenever you post social media, post your Google business listing as well. Of course, reviews are really important. You can leave images and videos on Google business listings, and the whole group of areas, getting your name and address and phone number, what we call the NAP, is really important across all the different areas that you appear. And then, so once you're appearing in that top 3, then it's important to be chosen. And that really comes down to having a higher rating and more current reviews than your nearest competitors. And get that right. And what we've found with our clients is a 200% increase in inquiries is really common. And that's with no advertising spend. So this is an example here. That's a physiotherapist in Western Australia. He dominates that area. He's got 254 reviews, and the next one below him's got 30 reviews. He's got a 4.9 rating. They've got 4.8, and the one below has 4.8 as well. So which one are you likely to pick? You're going to read the reviews of the first one, and in that, it's where he gets the majority of his new patients from. So, and that's with zero advertising dollars. So really, really important. Many professions, this is something that a lot of people don't know, many professions can have multiple listings as well. And you can actually dominate the 3-pack by having a listing for the business and one for each practitioner. Now, this applies to medical, but it also applies in solicitors, for instance, or accountants. Anywhere where a professional individual is dealing with the consumer. So really important to know that you can actually stack that 3-pack with your own business listings as well. Really handy to do. So the question becomes, well, how do I get all these reviews? Well, simply ask for them. The best way to do that is to understand that most people won't leave a review. The great majority will never leave a review unless you ask for them. Then your chances of getting a review goes up dramatically, obviously. So one of the things we need to do is to be able to go out and reach out to those customers and to ask them for a review. Really simple. You can leave a link to your review page on Google, put it in an email, and each time you serve a customer, automate it with your CRM or send it out manually if you wish. We prefer an automated system because it just takes all the pain out of it and makes it actually happen, because so often it's difficult to do it if you're not, if you don't have the time and the processes in place to do that. So automating with a bit of software is really good. You can find your link to your actual review or your review link, as they call it, by going into your Google business listing. And just to touch on that, what was called Google My Business is now called Google Profile or Google Business Profile. It's changing as we speak. So a couple of weeks ago, they announced that they were changing Google My Business to Google Business Profile, and you'll start to see that being talked about over the coming months. If you go in there, go to your home section, and there'll be a little tab there that says get more reviews and share a link. You just go there, pick up that link, paste it into your email and send it out. Really, really easy. Automating the system is also really great. And this is how we do it for our clients. So we have an automated system that we recommend called Reviewing You. What it does, it sends an email out to those customers, fully automated, tied in with your accounting package with Xero, or tied in with a CRM or your point of sale system, shoots an email out. If they give you positive feedback, it sends them to Google. But if they give you a negative rating for some reason, it actually opens up a contact form and keeps that in-house. So you get the message that this person is unhappy and had a problem rather than it going online. Hey, that's really, really good because it allows you to ask everyone, allows you to get feedback into the business to update whatever's going wrong for your customers and understand what it is that they want or what's not working for them. Improves your business dramatically to be able to do that. So that's something I always recommend, using a system like Reviewing You or one of the couple of others that are around. And how you reply is really important too, because people want to know how you will treat them when something goes wrong. So just on the weekend, we're up at Noosa for the weekend, and we went to this restaurant, and he's got a sign out the front, a chalkboard out the front that says, "Come in and try the worst pizza in the world, according to a woman on TripAdvisor." It's like, seriously, who would do that? You know, and I can tell you now that the pizza was pretty bloody awful too, and he's got another bad review on TripAdvisor as well now. So that's my recommendation. Use the 11 steps to optimize your Google My Business listing. Dominate the Google 3-pack. We have a little PDF handout. If you want to get hold of that, it runs you through the 11 steps. Just message me, we'll send that to you. And it's my Christmas present to everyone. So that's it for me, and that should be about time. If anyone's got any questions, feel free.
One question in the chat box, Craig. It says from Colin, when it is a new venture and you need reviews to encourage customers, how do we do that?
So you want to start with your close people, your first customers, but you can do something like come on to any sort of networking group and ask the people there to leave those reviews. So really, really easy to do. I can come onto the BX network and say, hey, would you leave me some feedback on Google? That would be a really good place to start.
Any other tips there, mate, or is that it? Because I know this is something that all of us small business owners or business owners in general sort of struggle with.
Look, what I would say is just send me a message. I'll send you that the whole download with that all that information in it. It'll show you exactly what to do, how to get reviews. I think we even had a trial of that software in there so you can automate it. And the 11 key points in optimizing your business listing. Best way to go about it. And I'll provide that obviously free of charge to everyone.